Well, the holiday shopping season is upon us, and this year, why not step things up and indulge in some luxurious gifts for your friends and loved ones? Joining us now with some great, very classy options is Paul Croughton, the Editor-In-Chief of the Robb Report. Hi, Paul.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. I'm doing very well this morning. Thank you. Hey, there's some folks out there that really want to step things up this holiday season and give luxurious items. What can they look for?
Well, for me, what's really interesting to give is an object or a gift that has real provenance, a real backstory, and it's got some kind of great heritage to it. So we've got a few things here that we can talk about that kind of fit that mold. So, for example, we've got some Cognac here. Now, Cognac has had a real rise in popularity the last few years, and this is a really spectacular version of it. This is by Hennessy. It's called Editor-In-Chief. And it's made with real precision and with craft. Of the kind of 10,000 or so eau de vie that are around that the Hennessy have over its 250-year history, only 10 make it into a bottle of Editor-In-Chief,
oh my.
or a kind of Baccarat crystal decanter, I should say, rather than a bottle. So it's particularly rare, and it's particularly rarefied.
How beautiful. Boy, you'd want to keep that decanter after you used it. But I loved you use the word precision, and I think whenever you're talking about a spirit, precision is a great adjective for sure. What else do you have to spice up the holidays? I love how much thought is being put into these gifts. What else would you suggest?
Well, we hope so. We hope so. So maybe for the food lover, if you're going to someone's home and they're hosting you over Thanksgiving, say, or the holiday season, you might go with a bottle of wine or some chocolates, but what about going with a bottle of balsamic vinegar? Now, I know that sounds kind of nuts, but this balsamic vinegar is exquisite. It's been aged for 10 years in 6 different wooden barrels. It's El Buco balsamic, and it takes a decade to get through these 6 different types of wood. Chestnut, acacia, they all impart a different type of flavour, and it's really, again, with real precision. The craftspeople behind this kind of taste a little bit, decide it needs a little bit more in this cask, a little bit less in that, and so they're constantly monitoring the flavour. And at the end of this 10-year process, only 30 ounces are released. So it's really rare. It's you only get a little bottle, but a little bit of drizzle of that on ice cream and strawberries after your meal, and you will be the toast of the town, I promise you.
Certainly. Actually, Paul, I'm a foodie, so balsamic vinegar, especially a fine balsamic vinegar, is always welcome in my house. I am eyeing your wristwatch right now.
Yeah. So watches are a big part of what we do at Robb Report. Our readers are very discerning, and they tend to want the best of the best. So what we found this year are a couple of watches by a company called Parmigiani, a relatively young company in watchmaking terms, only 20 years. 20 years old, but they've already mastered some of the hardest kind of techniques in watchmaking. So we think they're pretty special. They're beautiful. Anything else you'd like to share with us today? Well, the last thing is what I'm surrounded by. This is a bespoke library. Assouline, the makers of coffee table books and really exquisite limited run books, will come to your home and they will kit out a library like what's behind me, really talking to your passion points and your hobbies. So they'll find out what excites you, and then they'll create this wonderful bespoke library with all these knickknacks and vintage finds and vases and things. It's really a unique gift, as you would expect.
I love it, how very creative. And you're inviting people to sit down and enjoy those books too, which is something that has never gone out of style, Paul.
Absolutely. We like print products. Yes, it's always going to work.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you as well.
And to you.
Give the people on your list a little bit of luxury this year. Head to Hennessy.com for more info on one option. Hennessy is a proud sponsor of the